Welcome back. Here's a nice positive story for a Friday, a lifetime opportunity for 500 underprivileged children from various children's homes and orphanages. Some pilots are hosting them as VIP guests, and it's an illustrious group made up of airline fighters, aerobotics and commercial pilots. All of them will be flying for the first time today, and eNCA's Heidi Giokos is with them, and she was taking to the skies with them. Heidi, how are those children feeling? I mean, I remember the first time I got to fly. It was an exciting moment for me.
Whatever you fly.
Yes, certainly. I think it's an amazing opportunity that this children's flight offers to almost 500 children from different homes, from disadvantaged backgrounds, and just giving them an opportunity to fly for the very first time. Different kinds of aircraft, helicopters, many of them really scared to get onto the actual aircraft or helicopter. I must say myself, I got very nervous when I got into a helicopter because I've never been in one. So I felt rather nervous and felt like a child again this morning because it was the very first time and it was quite an experience. But I want to bring in a young black pilot, and I think it's significant to get context about the importance of today. We are joined by Kwetse Diale. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. I first want to start off with the fact that 500 kids have been given an opportunity to fly for the very first time, opening up their world to the world of aviation. How significant is this?
It's super important for us as a fraternity to be sharing our passion with the young generation, and I think for most of them it's an opportunity for them to be exposed to such a brilliant career path that we all as pilots and professionals in the industry share. And I think as a fraternity, for us to come in with the spirit of Ubuntu, to come and dedicate a day to giving them the magic of flight is absolutely amazing.
I want to speak about your journey as a young black pilot. We often don't see this. We do know that there's been a lot of criticism about very old white pilots, especially male, in the aviation industry. You've broken that glass ceiling, and just tell us about your journey. And were you inspired on your first flight to become a pilot?
100%. I think I got inspired to flying because I grew up in a village in Rustenburg, and I was looking at aircraft landing in Pilansberg, and I figured, I could do that someday. And obviously it's been such a very tough journey and a very long journey to get where I am, but I'm super grateful for the opportunity and the ability to network. But for us as pilots of color in the industry, our next duty is to open the doors for the next generation. We still have a long way to go because of our history in our country to get into an industry that is not dominated by people of color and females as well. So for us, our effort is about giving back, and this is why today is such a special day, because we're still planting that seed to make sure that the fraternity grows and we diversify our industry.
I think that was going to be my last question, to say you have so many young kids here who are literally looking up in awe. And it was interesting, we spoke to one of the pilots earlier, and he said to me, when the kids come in here, they're all looking on the ground, they're not looking at the horizon, and when they're in that helicopter, they have the opportunity to see the world as their oyster.
100%. I mean, when you look up into the sky, and the feeling that you get in the sky is a different feeling, and it's that magic and that passion that we want to instill in the young ones. And for the next generation, it's super important for us who are still in a privileged position to be able to give back, and I think positively impacting the community for the young ones by positively showing industries and showing them that people who come probably from the same backgrounds as them can get to positions such as this. And the magic and the educational importance of what we do today will still be dear to my heart, and probably dear to the 50 pilots who are here today. It's a special day for everyone.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it, and we wish you all the best. Don't give up. Just don't do those flips in the air, because that is quite hectic. Masako, I'm wondering if my colleague Daboko can just show you. It seems as though they've actually stopped at this stage, but there was a lot of flips happening in the sky, and there was a double heart that was drawn in the sky from these aircraft. I actually don't know how they do it, Masako. Just watching it, I got rather nauseous, but it's a real magical day. And as you heard from this young pilot telling us that it's about hope and inspiration for those that feel as though they would never be able to get into this industry or even imagine it, and they have been given an opportunity to know about aviation and to know The sky is not the limit, you know. They can aspire to be a pilot and hopefully move into that if that's what they wish to do. But as you can see, the book is showing you there's an air show currently happening.
All right, we've unfortunately lost Heidi Giokos' audio, but certainly one of those things that are very good to happen, to show children in disadvantaged areas that it doesn't take too much to dream, and actually you can get there if you try.